Test 1 2. Test 1 2.
At this time, Wheaton Field Hockey would like to congratulate the three seniors from WPI Field Hockey class of 2024. Number one, Number 12, Samantha Robeson. And number 13, Emily Solacito. Congratulations, ladies. At this time, we would like to honor our seniors who have given years of dedication, effort, and heart to Wheaton College Field Hockey. Number 1, Mackenzie Yates. From Brownsville, Mackenzie has majored in business and management with a concentration in finance. After graduating from Wheaton, Mackenzie hopes to attend culinary school in Portland, Maine. Mackenzie is accompanied on the field today by her stepdad, Mark, and mother, Amy. Congratulations, Mackenzie. number 8, Onda Brown. Onda self-designed her major in quantitative criminology and a minor in psychology. She has been named to the NEWMAC Academic All-Conference team every year that she has been at Wheaton. Outside of her commitment to the field hockey program, she's an Eliza Wheaton Scholar, part of the Ceramics Club Executive Board, and a 3-time member of Wheaton College's Dean's List.
Yeah, Onda!
She's accompanied on the field today by her sister, Mia Brown, her mother, Julie Woodworth, and her father, Reese Brown. Onda is also supported by her great friend Grace and Aunt Lori in the crowd today. Congratulations, Onda. Number 98, Emma Preziosa. From Boarding, Maine, Emma has majored in biology and double minored in animal behavior and mathematics. She has been named to the NFHCA All-Academic Squad, NFHCA Scholars of Distinction, NEWMAC Academic All-Conference Team, and Wheaton College's Dean's List every semester. She is also a 3-time Defensive Athlete of the Week. She has been named to the NEWMAC first and second teams. Outside of her commitment to the field hockey program, Emma is a member of the Wheaton Athletics Mentors Executive Board, Women in STEM, and May Fellows. Emma is accompanied on the field today by her mother, Susan. Congratulations, Emma. Ladies and gentlemen, please join us for a round of applause for the class of 2024.
What? Okay, let's go on. I got a big one. And I took it off. I'll take cap. Hey, look at, no, it has on everything. Get over here. Yeah, I didn't.
The Nordin Field on the campus of Wheaton College for today's field hockey contest, featuring the visiting engineers of WPI and your Wheaton College Lions. Wheaton College, the NEWMAC, and the NCAA promote good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. Profanity, derogatory comments, homophobic remarks, or other intimidating actions directed at officials, student athletes, coaches, or team representatives will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal from the site of competition. Also, consumption or possession of alcoholic beverages is prohibited. Officials for today's contest are April Kim and Margaret Brown Holden. Now for the starting lineups. First for the visitors. A junior from Jackson, New Jersey, number 1, Abigail Rauch. A sophomore from Green, Maine, number 2, Eve Martineau. A first year from Amherst, New Hampshire, number 4, Chloe Luongo. A sophomore from Wheaton, Massachusetts, number 6, Leah Ugovich. A sophomore from Halifax, Massachusetts, number 7, Abby Powers. A junior from Woodstock, Connecticut, number 10, Eliza Dunstan. A senior from Rentham, Massachusetts, number 12, Samantha Robeson. A senior from Bedford, Massachusetts, number 13, Emily Sulasito. A sophomore from Worcester, Connecticut, number 21, Ari Lane. A sophomore from Winchester, Massachusetts, number 27, Shannon Miranda. In goal this afternoon for the Engineers is a junior from Huntington, Massachusetts, number 99, Ella Murrah. Head coach for WPI is Kim Casenza. They are assisted by Chris Copier and Liv Antonelli. And now today's starting lineup for your Wheaton College Lions. A senior from Brownsville, Vermont, number 1, Mackenzie Yates. A junior from Wethersfield, Connecticut, number 3, Kate Anzadeh. A sophomore from Gorham, Maine, number 4, Maddie Hatch. A first year from Waterford, Maine, number 5, Allie Slicer. A junior from Cumberland Center, Maine, number 6, Delia Knox. A sophomore from Lakeville, Massachusetts, number 7, Riley Leverell. A senior from South Woodstock, Vermont, number 8, Onda Brown. A junior from Gorham, Maine, number 9, Lydia Godrow. A junior from Northborough, Massachusetts, number 14, Macy Poitras Cody. A sophomore from North Andover, Massachusetts, number 15, Abby Miller. In goal this afternoon for the Lions is a senior from Boddingham, Maine, number 98, Emma La Preziosa. The head coach for Wheaton is Brooke Marshall. She is assisted by Kelsey Buckley. And now for the playing of the national anthem.
Saturday afternoon NEWMAC field hockey matchup as it's senior day here at Nordin Field as WPI travels to Norton to face off against the Wheaton College Lions. Thanks for being with us this afternoon on the NEWMAC Sports Network, everybody. I'm Jackson Walsh. You just heard our senior day presentation not too long ago with WPI having their 3 seniors honored for the last time they'll be playing at Nordin Field. And Three seniors here for Wheaton College this afternoon. Emma La Preziosa, Mackenzie Yates, and Onda Brown. It's a pivotal conference matchup on hand this afternoon as WPI sits in the middle of the pack in the NEWMAC standings, while Wheaton is still fighting to get in the postseason picture. First, we'll take a look at the starting lineups for both sides. We'll start with the visitors, WPI. It's number 1, Abigail Rauch. Number 2, Eve Martineau. Number 4, Chloe Luongo. Number 6, Leah Ugalvik. Number 7, Abby Powers. Number 10, Eliza Dutson. Number 12, Samantha Robeson. Number 13, Emily Solicito. Number 21, Ari Lang. Number 27, Shannon Miranda. And the goalkeeper, number 99, Ella Morrow. For the Wheaton College Lions, it's number 1, Mackenzie Yates. Number 3, Kate Anzade. Number 4, Maddie Hatch. Number 5, Allie Slicer. Number 6, Delia Knox. Number 7, Riley Laurent. Number 8, Onda Brown. Number 9, Lydia Gaudreau. Number 14, Macy Poitras-Cody. Number 15, Abby Miller. And the senior goalkeeper out of Boddingham, Maine, wearing number 99, it's Emma La Preziosa. Wheaton comes into this game at 4-10 overall, 1-4 in the NEWMAC. WPI sits at 4-7 overall with a 3-2 NEWMAC record as the whistle blows, and we're underway here at Nordin Field for Senior Day. WPI in the away whites with red numerals. Wheaton in the home black tops with blue skirts, and WPI will work with it here on the offensive end to start. It's number 4, Chloe Luongo with it. She'll pass upfield to the right. There's number 7, Abby Powers. Powers sends it in the circle. It's crossed and a play on goal early. And immediately we're going to have a corner here for WPI as Wheaton gets whistled with a foul. Last time these two teams met was last year up in Worcester, WPI's home field. It was a 6-0 win on October 22nd for WPI. They met 2 times the year before. First one was right here at Wheaton College. Wheaton came away with a win at home, and then they met in the postseason first round of the NEWMAC tournament in 2021, and WPI won an overtime goal in that one. Corner here for the Engineers. They'll send it in. It gets knocked out by La Preziosa. Now left side for WPI. Solicito with it. They'll work it around the circle. A backhanded shot from Ari Lang, and that's going to miss wide left. So the Wheaton defense stands their first test just 30 seconds into the game. We don't have to send it away on defense now. It's Abby Miller here on the near side. Now Kate Anzade in front of the Wheaton bench. Defensive pressure applied by Luongo. It goes back to La Preziosa. She'll kick it, and it goes untouched out of bounds. So staying on this end with WPI. Sending a long ball in there is Dutson, and got whistled on that. So turnover here for the Engineers on the offensive end. It'll go back to Wheaton. Both teams in the losing column coming into this game. WPI has had a week off. They played MIT last Saturday, fell in that game 2-1. Wheaton hosted number 19 Wesleyan just 2 nights ago here on Thursday. It was a 2-1 game at halftime, and then it was all Wesleyan in the second half. They pulled away for an 8-1 win. WPI on a 2-game losing streak. Besides that MIT game, they played Babson the week before, lost in that one, but both very tough games for this WPI team. A top 20 team in MIT. They're ranked number 20th in the nation, and then Babson ranked number 2 nationally. So top 2 teams in the NEWMAC are getting a lot of national recognition. So WPI glad to have those games out of the way. Started off the NEWMAC slate at 3-0 and then dropped those back-to-back ones to the Beavers and to the Engineers. But chance here to move up in the NEWMAC standings with the win over Wheaton, who sits on the outside looking in for the playoffs at 1-4 in the conference. Earned their first conference win last Saturday on the road at Clark. 1-0 game thanks to Delia Knox. Wheaton still looking to get the ball on their own offensive end. It's been all WPI here with the chances in the early minutes. A backhanded shot and a save made by La Preziosa. That was off the stick of Dutson. WPI is going to hold on to it. Sent back into the circle Chance here on the wraparound for Lang. Trying to get an angle on net. Lydia Gondro is going to fire that back outside. And now another whistle and a foul against Wheaton. So WPI will have their second corner of the afternoon, a little over 3 minutes into this one. A 2-1 loss for WPI last Saturday against MIT. And Abigail Rauch is the lone goal scorer in that one. She has 3 all season, the senior forward out of Jackson, New Jersey. Chance here for the Engineers on the corner. It's Dutson leaving it off right. Solicito right back to Dutson. Dutson can't get it by Anzade on defense. Anzade trying to clear it out of the circle, and she'll draw the whistle. So Wheaton fights off the corner yet again from WPI. Poitras Cody with it out, top of her own circle. She'll start it up, passes off right. There's Maddie Hatch. Hatch wearing number 4, the sophomore out of Gorham, Maine. Engineers quickly get it right back. Worked in, La Preziosa kicks it out. A rebound chance for Dutson, still on her stick. Miller playing the defense on the end line. Now Miller will try to work it back to the near side, and it'll be a whistle against Dutson, so great job there by the sophomore defender, Abby Miller. Number 10, Eliza Dutson for WPI. A lot of early opportunities here. Already has 3 shots on goal. Engineers get it back on the near side. It's Martineau. La Preziosa kicks it away again. Now Luongo with a rebound attempt. Luongo will be whistled. She thought she was going to draw the whistle, but the whistle goes against Luongo, and Miller will take it away for the Lions. Miller tries to send it middle of the field, and it's shut down. Ari Lang works left side, trying to get around Maddie Hatch. Lang. Like she might have whiffed on the cross attempt, and she'll get whistled, so possession right back to Wheaton College. Poitras Cody with it now. 10 minutes to go in the first period. She sends it far downfield. It works all the way around midfield, and Robeson will try to send it back on the near side to Miranda, but Miranda could not get a firm grip on it, so ball will go out of bounds in front of the WPI bench. Delia Knox will start up with it. Knox went through the legs of Houston, and now ball will trickle out of bounds, so it'll go to WPI. Not sure who they were going to give possession to at first. Good ball moving from the Engineers. It's Powers. Miller in front on defense. Powers works right side into the circle. Trying to turn back off the end line. Had somewhat of a backhanded attempt on it, but La Preziosa wisely lets it roll right out of bounds off to the right side of the cage. Knox on the near side. Good move to get around Houston. Delia Knox in her junior year at a Cumberland Center, Maine. Has 3 goals this season to go along with 1 assist. She'll send it back to Kate Anzade, who in a lopsided game on Thursday against Wesleyan had a great performance on defense that could have really gotten out of hand if it wasn't for the play of Anzade around the cage. Sat out most of last year due to injury, but has consistently been in the starting lineup so far here in her junior season. Knox gets it across midfield. Miranda and Onda Brown battling for possession. Now it's Martineau. Martineau way downfield, but it's going to roll out of bounds, so back to the Lions with under 8 to play in the first period. Kate Anzade now with it on the near side, sidelines. Anzade keeps it herself, works in, tries to cross middle. It got deflected by Lang. A chance here. Lang fires a shot. The save from La Preziosa. Miller trying to clear it. Another shot. Looked like Lang was on the shot attempt for a second time, but missed the cage wide left. Poitras Cody works it upfield to Lydia Gaudreau. Excuse me, that's number 1. Mackenzie Yates, actually. Yates wearing number 1, the senior out of Brownsville, Vermont. She was honored before the game, as I said, alongside Onda Brown and La Preziosa. Chance here for the Engineers. Worked inside Luongo. Now that's Lydia Gaudreau with it. She'll work it upfield to Yates on the far side. Up ahead, Riley Lavralt. Onda Brown also up ahead as Yates tries to evade the defenders. Now it's on the stick of Lavralt. Lavralt working it down towards the far side corner. He's going to draw the whistle, so Yates will take it away now for the Lions. Yates pass left off to Gaudreau. Gaudreau looking for somewhere to go with it. Wasn't able to get any stick on the ball, so it's cleared back downfield by Lang for WPI. Miller gets it back for the Lions. Now it's Anzade. Anzade trying to stick handle away from Lauren Simonian, who just checked in the game. Simonian, junior forward out of Farmington, Connecticut. Simonian and Anzade still battling for it. Now the whistle is going to come in, and it's going to be called against WPI. Ball floats across the middle of the field, finds the stick of Mackenzie Yates. Rauch in front on defense. Rauch is going to take it away for WPI. Now into the circle, it's Powers. Cleared out, WPI still with it. Back around midfield, it's Robeson. Robeson will dish it off to the left, Solicito with it. And right back to Robeson at midfield, under 5 minutes to go in the first period now. Martineau can't get by Gaudreau. Gaudreau, good defensive play to take it away. She'll leave it off to Allie Slicer. Slicer, the leading goal scorer on this team in her freshman year with 6. Scored the lone goal in the loss against Wesleyan on Wednesday, and she works it down all the way to the end line. She'll pass it back out to Knox. Knox sends it into the circle, and the whistle's going to go against the Lions. Slicer trying to get it through, and now it's going to be Martineau whistled for WPI, so still on this end with it, it's Lyd Gaudreau. Now it looks like, yep, it's going to be a corner here for Wheaton after the foul called against WPI in the circle, so a good chance here with 4:09 to go in the period for Wheaton, and hopefully a good enough chance to break through and go on top 1-0. Set up for the corner. It's Poitras Cody, left side of the cage on the end line. She'll start with it. She'll go straight away. Has Brown. Brown passes off right to Knox. And a good step on defense, but a Lions trying to get it inside the circle. Yates still with it. Yates now all the way through. It's going to miss left and goes untouched, so possession back to the Engineers with 3.5 to play in the first. Miranda finds Dutson. And Dutson's going to lose it off her own foot, so back to Wheaton it goes. Gaudreau past midfield. Poitras Cody finds Hatch with it, right back to Poitras Cody. She gathers it. Now far side, Mackenzie Yates. Yates, good move to beat a defender, but can't get much on the pass. Looked like it would have been intended for Lavralt. Engineers take it back over. WPI advances onto Brown, steps up on defense. She'll knock it away. Poitras Cody couldn't sweep it away, but a whistle comes in against WPI. High arcing ball off the stick of Poitras Cody, and it's gathered by Lavralt. She'll take it away. Can't fully gather it though. His second touch, and she'll lose it across the end line, out of bounds, back to the Engineers, who quickly advance it across midfield. Alexandra Wolf runs on for the sidelines from WPI. She's a junior forward out of Clinton, Connecticut. Ball goes all the way down into the circle, and fortunate break there for Wheaton. WPI gets called for the whistle. That would have gone the other way. It would have been yet again another corner for the Engineers. Dutson takes it right back. Dutson trying to work around Hatch. Good job by Hatch to shut off that chance of going on the end line. And Dutson trying to fire a shot, but didn't really have a good chance at it as it goes wide left. Maggie Usdon back in the game for the Engineers. Comes on to replace Rauch with 1:23 to go in the first period. An unforced error there to give WPI the ball back just off to the right side of the Wheaton bench. Delia Knox goes to the backhand to get around one defender. Slicer trying to take it and go with it, and just too strong of a presence there on defense from Miranda, along with Martineau for the Engineers. Work back in, Usdon. That one rolls out of bounds. Going to say it was deflected off of a Wheaton stick, so staying on this end for WPI. Martineau to take it at the midline on the offensive end. Slicer almost stole that pass right off the bat, but Engineers still with it, coming up on 30 seconds to go in the first period. Deep into the corner now, it's Gaudreau. Gaudreau trying to find somewhere to go with it. She's blanketed by Luongo along with Usdon. Good job, Gaudreau there. Shields with the body and draws the whistle. 15 seconds to go. Gonna have to reposition the ball right here on the sideline. So it looks like that's how time will run out here in the first period, and she'll wisely work back into the corner with it to not let WPI get any kind of opportunity around their own cage, and that's how the first period will come to an end. So after the first 15 minutes, level at 0 here, Wheaton 0, WPI 0. We'll be right back. Second period coming up next here at Nordin Field. The first 15 minutes, it's WPI and Wheaton even at 0 here on a senior day NEWMAC matchup from Nordin Field. Glad you can be with us, everybody. I'm Jackson Walsh. As the second period gets underway, it'll start in the defensive end for WPI, and Allie Slicer almost took it away to get it started, but WPI will hold on to it. Miranda with it in front of her own bench. Slicer steps up, but it caught her in the foot, so whistle going against the Lions. Tied game here, but WPI has been on the advantage on offense. 8 total shots to Wheaton 0, 4 of which were on goal, so they've been knocking on the door. Wheaton hasn't had a real opportunity around the cage yet. All the way back down into the Wheaton defensive end. Miller with it. Dangerous spot. Miranda almost there for WPI, and now it's Luongo. Luongo fired a shot, but didn't have much on it, and an easy kick save there for La Preziosa. Engineers with it here on the near side. Dutson can't get through Knox. A good step on defense from Delia Knox. Martineau. A whistle come in against WPI to the displeasure of Engineers head coach Kimco Senza in her 3rd season on the sidelines for WPI. Counterpart for Wheaton in her 5th season as head coach, Brooke Marshall, assisted by Kelsey Buckley. Engineers still on the offensive attack, but now it's Riley Revolt with it. Had a 1-on-3, though, not much of a chance there, and WPI sends it right back on the far side, but it goes out of bounds, so Wheaton takes back over on the top of your screen. Up towards midfield, Yates with it. Yates wiggles through 3 defenders, now gets it off to Levralt. Riley Levralt working down the far side. Rauch right there on defense. Rauch is going to poke it away and a bounce, staying with the Lions. Down on the far side corner. Yates trying to get the end line. Rauch yet again pokes it away. Lions can't get anything going, though. They're going to be called for the foul, so Engineers will take back over off to the left, and it's all the way down across midfield to Lang. Lang trying to get around Poitras Cody. Poitras Cody feisty on defense, but picks up the foul. Lang will start right back up with it. Lang with a chance, left side of the circle. She'll cross, kicked out by La Preziosa. And whistle comes in against WPI, so Wheaton still keeping that 0 on the board. Poitras Cody passes off right. Yates had it momentarily. Yates trying to advance it. Whistle's going to go against the Lions here. WPI still with it. About 4.5 minutes in the second period of action. Inside, Dutson with it. Dutson trying to get around. La Preziosa lays out and swipes it away with the stick and out of bounds. Ball was in a dangerous area, but good job by La Preziosa to just get that one away from the cage quickly. It's sent back in. La Preziosa well away from the cage. Kicked it out. Sent in straight away. Lang, pass off left. Dutson with a shot. La Preziosa knocks it down. Wheaton defense also in the mix. Dutson still with it. Outside, Anzade in front on defense. Dutson trying to turn around backside. Now we'll turn back to the forehand. Dutson all the way down the end line, tries to cross. Ball high in the air. And a swipe was taken by Rauch, but it misses right. And another stand made by the Wheaton defense on WPI's third corner of the afternoon. Anzade with Luongo right on her back on defense. Anzade trying to look for a path to advance the ball. Luongo playing some really tight D. Now Lydia Gaudreau has it. Gaudreau works back towards the corner. Luongo picks her up on D, and she finds an open pocket on the stick of McKenna Cook, and good ball moving on to Brown, finds Knox. Gets tipped out of bounds, and Knox loses it, so WPI takes it back over. Robeson with a loft pass and beautifully gets it on the stick of Luongo. All hits Poitras Cody high up, so she gets whistled. Worked in Luongo, crosses, a chance here. La Preziosa on the ground trying to send it away. Another shot. A lot of Engineers out in front of the cage. La Preziosa with a kick save that time. And Wheaton somehow keeping it out of the cage. La Preziosa must have had at least 3 saves on that opportunity. WPI just kept sending him in, but La Preziosa sent him out. Engineers still can't get on the board. Out shooting Wheaton 17-0 right now. That one's going to go out of bounds, untouched. Lions will take it back over. Under 8 minutes to play before we reach the half. It's also play for Cure Day here at Nordin Field. WPI wearing the pink socks today. Both teams wearing the pink warm-up shirts prior to the game. A lot going on here at Wheaton today. Play for Cure and Senior Day here at Nordin Field for field hockey. And just next door, getting ready to start up soon, women's soccer will have their Senior Day against Mount Holyoke. And just off to my left inside the Haas Athletic Center, Wheaton Volleyball has their Senior Day as well. They'll face off against Johnson and Wales at 1 o'clock. So both of those games and matches ready to get underway shortly. First one of the day here, though, with a 12 o'clock start at Nordin Field. Not Senior Day, but a big one on the road for Wheaton men's soccer as well. Travel up to Babson for a huge conference matchup. That's a NEWMAC semifinal rematch from last year. Wheaton looking for revenge. They're undefeated in NEWMAC play right now. Engineers with it here off to the left on the defensive end. Shannon Miranda works in front of her own bench upfield. Good pass as Houston takes it and runs with it. Houston tries to get it through, but Poitras Cody there to shut down the attack. Poitras Cody. Near bench, WPI will take it back over. Miranda can't get her pass through. It's stolen by McKenna Cook. Cook with a good pass to Slicer, who was out of the game for a while. Looked like she was dealing with maybe some kind of hand injury, but she's back out there. Houston back with it for WPI. Lead pass there for Powers. Anzade on defense. Anzade shuts it down. She'll smartly feed it off to Gaudreau. Gaudreau goes back over to Knox. Knox can't get it through the defense. It's taken by Powers. Gaudreau steps up trying to take it back away. In a battle with Alexandra Wolford, and it's ultimately cleared downfield all the way back to the defender Miller. Miller with a good pass. That gets through to Gondro across the midline. Knox with it, and coming on from behind on defense was Powers. But Powers is going to get whistled with under 5 minutes to go in the second period. Gondro will have it on the offensive end of midfield. She sends it downfield. Nobody there, though, on the hard pass. Robeson takes it, but Slicer will take it right back for the Lions. It's sent in by Knox. First time we've had the keeper somewhat in the mix today for WPI. Morrow thought about taking that one, but wisely lets it roll out of bounds. Ella Morrow, the junior goalkeeper out of Huntington, Mass., coming in to today with a .729 save percentage. She has played every minute in all 11 games this season, as that one gets deflected and goes wide right of the cage, out of bounds. Worked back in midfield, Luongo dumps it off. There's Dutson with it. Now Dutson goes right back to Luongo on the give and go. Dutson tries to cross. It's deflected off the body of Poitras Cody. Now Dutson still with it. Dutson cuts back in around Knox, trying to get into the circle. Poitras Cody there to step up on defense. Knox back towards the middle of the field, and Anzade is going to be whistled outside of the circle. 3.5 to go in the second period. Dutson sends it back inside, and it goes out of bounds off the stick of Ari Lang. Back to the Lions. Poitras Cody looking for Knox. Miranda also there on D, and it gets tipped out of bounds. Wheaton will hold on to it, under 3 to play. Knox passes back off Poitras Cody now. Poitras Cody cuts through the defense, looking for somewhere to go with it. Still on her stick, working towards the high side, and has Maria Warden, who just entered the game. Warden, the first-year midfielder out of Burlington, Vermont. Saw a good amount of action in Thursday's contest against Wesleyan. That one's going to be floated into the crowd off the stick of Solicito. So Wheaton will take back over with it down in the far side. Gaudreau enters the circle, and it'll be a corner here for the Lions. Good chance here in the last remaining 2 minutes for Wheaton, 1:58 on the clock. Wheaton still looking to get their first shot off. They're being outshot 17-0 right now by WPI. WPI has 11 of those shots on goal, but score still stands at 0-0 right before the half. Poitras Cody with it, and they'll set it up left side of the cage. Wheaton can't make anything out of it, though. Whistles here, and it'll go back to WPI. Cook trying to work inside with it near the left side of the circle. It's going to be a whistle, though, against Wheaton. Back to WPI. They'll take over possession with 1:20 to play in the second period. Miranda gets it to Dutson, and it'll go out of bounds off the stick of Knox. WPI will hold on to it. It'll be a huge success here for Wheaton to survive this last minute of play and still go into halftime with it being 0-0 just after. WPI has dominated this game in terms of possession and shots on goal. Engineers looking to go into the break 1-0, though. It'll go all the way back to La Preziosa, and she'll wisely kick it out of bounds on the high side with 30 seconds to play in the first half. Ari Lang keeps it in bounds, and it'll be a corner here for the Engineers. 20 seconds on the game clock. Lions looking to make one last offensive stop before the half. WPI with a chance, though, one last time. Likely one last time, I should say, to try to break through and finally get on the board. Engineers will set it up off to the left of the cage. Clock ticks down to 15. They go straight away. Lang with it. Lang pass off right. Martineau passes back left to Dutson. Dutson with the shot. It's knocked down by Anzadeh. Ball still bouncing. Second half ready to get underway here at Nordin Field on Senior Day between WPI and Wheaton College. After the first 30 minutes, we're level at 0-0. Wheaton lucky to keep WPI off the board. They've outshot the Lions 19-1 through the first two periods of play. WPI getting 11 shots on goal. Wheaton still searching for their first shot on goal. It'll be floated back into the Lions' defensive end here to start. It's going to be Delia Knox over with it on the far side. Chloe Luongo there on defense. Lions will work it back through. Anzade had it, then got called for the whistle, and play starts up, but the referee will reposition where the ball will be put to begin with after the foul on the Lions. Teams flipping sides here. WPI now working right to left in the second half. Wheaton left to right. Engineers with it down on the far side. Worked into the circle, a shot, and that's going to miss wide left. Off the stick of number 10, Eliza Dutson. Junior forward out of Woodstock, Connecticut. Maria Warden trying to work through the WPI defenders now here on the near side. It's now Lydia Gondro with it. Gondro with the lead pass upfield, and the first one to it's going to be Samantha Robeson for WPI, and she'll actually just let it go out of bounds. So WPI now able to loft it downfield off the stick of Robeson. She's had a couple of good passes today with that little loft shot over the top of the defense, but Lydia Gondro was there to take it away for Wheaton. Now it's Warden with it, and Warden is going to draw the whistle. She'll send it off the knee of Uglovic. So Lions still with it here on the near side. Gondro couldn't get it through. Another whistle coming against the Engineers. The foul's going to come just outside of the circle. No corner for Wheaton. Gondro will take over with it. Works right, tries to get the end line, working around Rauch. Now inside. And a good step on defense there to take it away from Martineau. Martineau still with it. Warden on defense. Gondro also there trying to step up, and Martineau goes right between them. Now with a little bit of open room to run here on the near side. Two teammates upfield. One of them is Uglovic. She'll try to go the farther route over to Powers, and Powers is going to corral it and get it off to Uglovic. Whistle called against Abby Miller. Uglovic with it now. Uglovic worked inside. The shot gets deflected. Doesn't make its way to the cage. Poitras Cody with it, leaving it off to Warden, who keeps it in bounds. Warden trying to get it through up to Brown, and WPI will take over with it. About 3 minutes in to the second half of action here on a picturesque fall day in Norton, Massachusetts. Inside, a chance for the Engineers. Lang was forced back outside of the circle. Now back in. It's Dutson with it. Dutson with the backhand. A floater. It's knocked down with a stick by La Preziosa. Engineers still control it. Powers works on the end line. Cleared back out. Another shot, and that goes wide right off the stick of Rauch. Despite the 20-plus shots now, WPI still can't break through. La Preziosa has been phenomenal in the cage so far with 12 saves. Engineers still with it, another chance. The backhand kicked out by La Preziosa, but Wheaton called for the foul, so a corner here for the Engineers with 10:57 to go in the third period. That was Lang that tried that backhanded shot, and the whistle came in right after. Chance here on the offensive attack for the Engineers. It'll be left side of the cage to take it on the corner. Dutson. As Solicito positioned off left. Goes straight away. Martineau fires, and it's shut down by La Preziosa. Sent back out. Powers still with it. Now worked out to the offensive midline. Sent in. Slicer shut it down for a brief second. And now WPI is going to get called with a whistle, so Wheaton will take over in their own defensive end. La Preziosa with 12 saves this afternoon on her own senior day. It's going to really boost that 775 save percentage, and she came into this one with over 10 saves a game. That's first in the NEWMAC, and pretty safe to say she'll hold that statistic even after the end of all of today's conference games. Ella Morrow, the counterpart on the other end of the cage, has yet to been able to make a save. She has 0, but has not faced a shot on goal yet from this Wheaton offense. Engineers with it in front of the Wheaton bench. Solicito sends it back across the middle of the field. Robeson with it. Robeson, good pass through the Wheaton defense. Steal there for Gaudreau. Tries to get Slicer on the lead pass. It gets around. Robeson tries to step up on defense. Slicer with the angle. And Slicer does a good enough job to draw the foul. And it will be a corner here for the Lions with 9:05 to play. Beautiful feed from Gaudreau to Slicer there to set up the third opportunity Wheaton will have off a corner this afternoon. WPI with 5 of them. And now the third upcoming for the Lions. It's going to be Poitras Cody. End line left of the cage. She'll get it to Gaudreau. Closest option. Gaudreau trying to cut back in, but wasn't able to. And Robeson has a little bit of revenge for the foul call there and takes it away on defense. And WPI quickly storms down the other end of the field. Nothing happening on the attack for the Engineers there. It goes out of bounds. It's going to be Anzadeh to take over with it. On the far half of the field, 8.5 to play the third quarter. Knox couldn't handle the pass. It goes out of bounds. Engineers back with it on the offensive end. Looked like that was Lang trying to get it through, but Anzadeh put the stick flat on the ground and didn't give her a chance to. Another fantastic defensive play from the junior Anzadeh. Miller tries to advance it. Slicer has it on the far side, works around the defender used on. Slicer now triple teamed right on the sideline. She's going to draw the foul. Referee going to reposition where the ball starts back up at it. It's worked on the Wheaton defensive end over on the near side. Now Maddie Hatch with it. Hatch had her pass taken away by Solicito, but Wheaton will take it right back after the whistle. Warden trying to get it away from Solicito. And Warden whistled for the foul there. Solicito works it back to the middle of the field. Martineau couldn't get a firm handle on it, and Slicer yet again takes it away. She'll draw the foul. Starts back up. A good pass off left and a good gather from Delia Knox. Knox worked in on the left side, tries to turn around, and it's going to go off of her foot, says the referee. So nothing happening on this end for the Lions. Across midfield, it's Lang. And a heck of a defensive play from Nordin. Poked it right around Lang. And now still has it. She'll advance it up. It's gathered by Laval. She'll have it working on the end line. She centers, and it's kicked out of bounds by the keeper, Morrow. On the stick of Uglovic, she'll clear it back out. Wheaton still looking for a really high-quality chance at a goal. They've had a couple of breakaways here with Slicer and Laval here in the second half, but just haven't taken that next step of getting it around the cage for a shot opportunity. Poitras Cody with it. And it goes through everybody out of bounds. Second half has been a little more evenly matched here with both teams splitting the possession. First half was all of WPI. Now out shooting the Lions 25-1. 0 still on the scoreboard. Worked all the way back down to Robeson as Mackenzie Yates is going to come onto the field, replacing onto Brown. Warden with it. And Warden's going to get whistled for the foul. 4.5 to play. Here in the third quarter. Godrow can't get it through. Dutson back on the field for WPI. She's been a threat, has a plethora of shots herself, and that one was almost the first one of the day. Falling to her right, but still getting the shot off was Ari Lang, and it just skimmed off the left side of the cage. Dangerous shot opportunity from Lang, but just barely missed. About a foot left with that. Miranda works across midfield, now has Martineau towards the middle. Lang trying to get through. She'll draw the foul. About 3 paces outside of the circle. Straight away now, Martineau. Martineau passes off right. Usdon with it. Usdon. She'll enter the circle. A chance on a cross. La Preziosa swipes it away. Now it's cleared out by the Wheaton defense. Looks like they got Slicer with the foul on the far side. Engineers still with it down towards the pylon. Lang goes through the legs of Miller inside. A shot and nope. Oh, it's going to be a foul call before on WPI. Abby Powers had a chance to get a point-blank shot on goal, but foul call comes in just merely before it. Engineers still with it. Miranda sends it in the circle all the way into La Preziosa. Kicked out with the left foot. Gondro fires it off the foot of Powers. Wheaton starts back up with it and quickly ends that. They'll lose it out of bounds here in front of the WPI bench. It's going to be Solicito to take it. Robeson, last defender back. She has it middle of the field. Miranda right side trying to get around Slicer, and Slicer's going to step up and take it away. Slicer lost it behind her feet a little bit. Now we'll have to regather as the WPI defense resets with 1:40 to go in the third period. Gondro off to Nordin. Nordin's going to go around Miranda, still trailing though on defense. She's across midfield now, deep into the Wheaton offensive territory. Slicer with it on the far side. Miranda steps up on D to take it away, but WPI called the whistle with 1 minute to go. Wheaton still with it in the offensive territory. Poitras Cody fires it inside. Ball still in bounds near the end line, and now it goes out of bounds. Believe that was off of Allie Slicer. 40 seconds in the third period. Looks like it's going to be a good chance we'll have a scoreless game through 45 minutes here, with the last 15 of regulation coming up. Under 20 seconds. Last chance for WPI in the third period. Powers inside, and the whistle's going to go against WPI, and that will be how the last few seconds of the third period trickles out. Much better showing here in the third set of 15 minutes for the Lions. At the end of 3 periods, still level at 0 here at Nordin Field. Fourth quarter coming up next on the NEWMAC Sports Network. Whistle blows and the fourth period is underway here at Nordin Field on Senior Day between WPI and Wheaton College. Even at 0 through the first 45 minutes, with 15 minutes to go in regulation. Last time these two teams met on this field, it was overtime in the 2021 playoffs. WPI was victorious in that game, 2-1. Wheaton looking to write a different narrative this afternoon and keep their postseason hopes alive. WPI trying to stay over 500 in conference play after the 2 back-to-back losses to nationally ranked Babson and MIT. Started off with the conference 3-0, then dropped those 2 back-to-backs, looking to avoid dropping 3 in a row in NEWMAC play. Ball's over on the WPI end to start. Pointers Cody trying to clear it out of there on defense for the Lions. Maria Warden in a foot race with Abigail Rauch. Rauch will be the first one to it. She'll get it over to Solicito. Now middle of the field. It was Robeson with it. Now cutting back up. Right down Broadway. Martineau worked inside. And it's going to go off the foot of Ari Lang. So Wheaton still avoiding the danger. Slicer far side. She'll get it across midfield. Shannon Miranda there on defense. Miranda's going to step up and take it away from Slicer, and it's flung downfield by Dutson. Here on the near side, it's Warden. With it in front of the WPI bench, she's double-teamed. Gets it across midfield. Solicito works around Lavralt and Warden. Powers gets it back to Uglovic. Work down on the near side corner. Rauch couldn't get it through to a teammate, and the whistle is called against WPI. It went off of somebody's foot, so Wheaton will take over with it. 12.5 to go in regulation. Another ball off the foot of WPI, still in possession with the Lions here. Game is somehow knotted at 0 with WPI out shooting Wheaton 25-1. And shots on goal, they lead at 15-0. That's just unheard of in field hockey to just have that lopsided shots and shots on goal and still be tied, especially at 0 this deep into a game. Crouch back with it, trying to work around Yates. On the end line. Backhanded pass, and it's deflected off of the stick of Uglovic. Looked like that might have been Knox to send it Lions send it in. Gaudreau has it. Gaudreau trying to break the WPI defense. She'll take a shot. And it was a wicked one, but it misses wide right, and it goes untouched. 3 corners in the span of a minute and a half for Wheaton. As the game dwindles down, the WPI defense stands the test 3 consecutive times. Worked in the corner here for Solicito. A lot of pressure on defense. Back on the near side here, Solicito with 50 seconds to play. Yates trying to take it away alongside Lavralt. And Wheaton will knock it out of bounds. So WPI with a good chance here to milk the clock. 30 seconds to go. Solicito works back into the corner wisely. Gaudreau takes a swipe at it, and she's called with a foul. And it looks like Wheaton may run out of time here. Solicito takes it right back to the corner yet again. 5 seconds to go. And that is how time is going to run out here from Nordin Field with the final whistle blowing and the buzzer sounds. WPI comes in on Wheaton Senior Day and comes away with a huge win, 1-0 to improve to 5-3 in the NEWMAC. Eve Martineau scored the lone goal. It was her first one of the year off the corner with 6 minutes to go in the 4th period for WPI. Engineers improve to 5-7 overall, 5-2 in the NEWMAC. They'll host Smith Tuesday night. Wheaton falling to 4-11 overall, 1-5 in conference games. They'll host Springfield Tuesday night. So once again, final from Nordin Field on Senior Day. WPI 1, Wheaton 0. We'll see you back again here Tuesday night on the NEWMAC Sports Network. Thanks for being with us, everybody. I'm Jackson Walsh.